hitting. Love to see the Sooners get out to a fast start here. They did that against Felton here on Friday night. Oklahoma put 5 runs on the board against her, and pretty much the rest was history. So you ran away with that game 10-2. Those are the keys to the game, brought to you by Riverwind Casino. Riverwind Casino, always a good time. And thanks for joining us for the Sooner Softball pregame show, presented by Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. Ella Parker steps to the plate, digs in. We're ready to go on a Sunday morning here in Orlando, Florida. The first pitch up high, all one. Little bit behind what was the 2 after projected first pitch, but 11:04. As the first pitch misses up, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. That's in for a strike, 1-1. So indeed, it is Felton that gets the start. Caitlin Felton, 10-5 on the season, a 3.19 earned run average, 51 strikeouts to 33 walks. The 1-1 just a little bit low, 2 balls and a strike. Ella Parker in the leadoff spot is something that we've seen this season for the Sooners. Patty Gasso has been in a mode of still, even to this moment, moving people around. The 2-1 is ripped foul down the left field line and slicing out of play. Not very often when you won't, though, see Jada Coleman in that leadoff spot for the Sooners. For Ella Parker, this is the 4th time this year that she's batted number 1 in the lineup. The 2-2 pitch, up and in, caught her. Got her on the Evo shield. Parker immediately points to her forearm. She'll head down to first base on the hit by pitch.
Number 23, T.R.A. Jennings.
Let's set that UCF defense. As T.R.A. Jennings steps in, Doherty is back in over at first base with Aubrey Evans at second, Jazz Williams at short, and Humphreys, who's been solid, over at third. Here's the first pitch to Jennings, swinging, pops it foul, and behind home plate, well out of play. Willis is out in left field. I am almost certain we'll see her again here today. Kind of surprised she didn't get the start. With Chloe Evans out in right. An 0-1 pitch headed home to the Sooner shortstop, T.R.A. Jennings, swings through it for strike 2. Career home run number 90 here yesterday for T.R.A. Right on the cusp of 300 runs batted in, 299. She reaches to stay alive and pokes the 0-2 foul. Just underway from Orlando. Looking for the TV side of it, ESPNU has the broadcast today. Jenny Dalton and Pam Ward on site calling the game. The 0-2 is well out, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And what again is a pretty Sooner-centric crowd here this afternoon. But it is packed again at the Plex, the UCF softball complex. The 1-2, side 2-2. As they typically do, Humphreys and Doherty, after just about every tough pitch, they'll make their way towards the circle to shout words of encouragement. Here comes the 2-2 to Jennings. Popped up, right side. Is there room? No, we'll get a few rows up. Eighth all-time now, with 90 home runs. But because I was digging into the notes last night, just 1 for her last 12. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big bark from the circle from Felton. And Jennings will jog back to the Sooner dugout as the first strikeout of the game. And there's Cassidy Pickering. We have confirmation. We have clarity. Cassidy's grandparents have checked in. Montana, Willow Creek, Montana. She takes the first pitch low for ball one. So all is right with the world as the Sooners look to sweep the series today. Just underway, no score. Parker, after getting hit by a pitch, is at first, one away for the other super freshman who swings through strike two. Late break for Parker, but she still steals the bag. And when I say late break, whew, might have been it was such a late break, almost makes you think it was a hit and run. Either that or Parker just didn't have a very good feel for it. Doesn't matter, her 15th stolen base of the season. Pickering, though, evens up the count at ball and a strike. He's had a good weekend so far as Cassidy Pickering. Here's the 1-1. That outside edge is going to be a problem if that's a strike today. Strike two. 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in, a walk, and 2 runs scored here on Friday. Did go 0 for 2 yesterday as the 1-2 is well outside 2-2. I'm telling you what, Felton has made an adjustment in trying to pitch the Sooners away a little bit. Let's see if that strategy works out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner at second, the pitch, swing and a miss. Nope, got her. Held on to it. Cody behind the plate held on to it. That's back-to-back strikeouts. For some perspective here, in the Friday night game against Felton, she did not have a single strikeout. She's already got 2 here in the first. First pitch, a little low. Oh, that's going to be a strike. Strike 1 to Kinsey Hansen. No balls and a strike for K9. She is our player to watch, brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. The 0-1. Wow, strike 2. I hope the zone's that big for Nicole May. Hansen in her last 10 has been on fire. She's hitting .533 with 8 runs batted in. But, again, last home run came March 15th. The 0-2 is way outside, 1-2. She did miss 6 games with that injury, or at the very least didn't start 6 games. And I've got it at 50 plate appearances since her last home run. Might be off by 1. Here's the 1-2. Has to reach. High hopper towards third. Up with it. Throws. Humphreys didn't get her. K9 beats out the infield single. Sooners have their first hit of the game. Hansen got fooled, but pounded it into the dirt and beats it out. Stay hot, K9. She is now not just in her last 10, 17 for 31 now in the last 10 games, but fine-tune that a bit. She's 10 for her last 17 over the last 5 games. Here's Jada Coleman. 2 for 3 here on Friday night. Hit a home run, scored a couple runs, walked twice. Hitting in the 5 hole today is Coleman. The first pitch from the righty Felton is out, ball 1. Now, and again, that had been in an area that he had called a strike a couple of times already, so be on your toes. One ball, no strikes. First and third, 2 outs and a scoreless first so far. The 1-0 hangs up high, 2 balls and no strikes. The Sooners take the field. Nicole May will be getting the start. First Sunday start in a while for May. 2-0 is in for a strike. Jada had reached base in 33 straight games prior to last night. So she is due. The 2-1 is a little bit low, 3-1. Gabby's goal is to get all of us sick in this booth this weekend. I'm kidding. Get well. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Jada. Ball 4. Bases loaded. And here comes Alyssa Brito with a chance to really set this place off with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Here's the first pitch to the right-handed hitting third baseman. She takes strike 1. Scoreless, but the Sooners with 2 outs have loaded the bases. Parker at third, Hanson at second, Coleman at first. Brito takes strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, Brito swing and a miss. Sooners strand the bases loaded, and a big fist pump from Felton as she comes off the field. Softball is presented by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. We'd also like to thank our OU Cornerstone partners, Community Outreach Cornerstone partners, Fowler Auto Group, OU Health, OG&E, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. Sona Halajan will get the nod as the leadoff hitter after nearly leaving the yard last night in the first pitch from Nicole May, a check swing foul. Halajan has one of those spellings when you see it, like, how is that pronounced? And then once you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, that makes absolutely sense. 100% sense. The 0-1 is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike from Nicole May. Halajan. Halajan. She created a dramatic moment here in the 7th yesterday. The 1-1 is low, ball 2 from Nicole May. Halajan came in a pinch hit, only plate appearance of the weekend, and nearly tied this game on a 2-run blast. It did hit off the wall. Core did not go up and bring it back. It absolutely hit off the wall. Here's the 2-1 from May. Popped up. Shallow center field, racing out is Torres. Shades on, makes the catch 1 away. Here's Shannon Doherty. Well, let's talk a little bit about Nicole May, who absolutely needs a good outing here today. May's last 3 starts in 12 innings, she's given up 7 earned runs. She's 1-1 with a 4.08 ERA. But she was incredible against this very similar UCF lineup in the Super Regionals in 2022, as the first pitch to Shannon Doherty is a little bit up and in. The numbers overall on the season for May: 12-1 with a 2.15 ERA. Opponents hitting .214 against her. She rocks and fires with a 1-0, misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. Shannon Doherty on the weekend, 1 for 4 here on Friday night. Doherty went 0 for 2 last night. She's ahead on the count now, 3 balls and no strikes. And none of these 3 have been relatively close from Nicole May. Three balls and no strikes. There you go, strike 1. They honored our seniors, the Oklahoma seniors before the game. They'll have a ceremony for the 11 UCF seniors as soon as the game wraps up. 3-1 is low, ball 4. It's not what you want to see after getting the pop out from Halajan to start the game. Here's Jada Cody.
Third, the catcher, number 17, Jada Cody.
We mentioned how good Nicole May was in her start against UCF in the Super Regionals. A complete game. Jim only allowed one run. There's a fly ball to left center field. Ranging over is Pickering to make the catch. And first pitch swinging, Cody goes down. There's 2 away. It was the first game of that series. Remember in 22 when these two teams played in the Super Regional. That was on the heels of Jordy Ball getting injured during the final series of the regular season, and then was unavailable until the World Series Championship Series. First pitch is low for ball 1 to Chloe Evans. But May was so good. Complete game, 4 strikeouts, walked just 2, and allowed a run. Sooners swept that Super Regional in the only previous meeting between these two teams. The 1-0 misses high, 2-0 before this weekend. There are 6 players on this UCF roster that have hit off May before, as the 2-0 is in for a strike. Right on that outer edge, 2-1. Cody with the fly out. It's now 1 for 4, and Doherty reached for the second time. 2-1, swing and a miss, strike 2 to Evans. Chloe Evans, 323 average. Had a big night here on Friday night. 2 for 4 with a couple of runs batted in and a late home run. 2-2. That's a good spot, but misses a little bit out. Full count. Scoreless game, bottom of the first, 2 outs. A 1-out walk to Shannon Doherty. She stands at first. Full count pitch. May brings it home. Ripped deep down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. It's a 2-run first inning home run from Chloe Evans that just hugs the inside of the foul pole. That ball is a pitch that just missed. And Evans made Oklahoma pay for the second time this weekend. 2-0. That's the first run that Nicole May has given up against the Knights in her career. Quick debrief with Kinsey Hansen. And Aubrey Evans will step to the plate. 2-0 UCF, first time this weekend that UCF has taken the lead, as the first pitch is in for a strike to Aubrey Evans. One-0, swing and a miss. That's 0-2. The scoreboard's wrong. No balls and 2 strikes. May tries to work back quickly after giving up the 2-run home run. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sanders is at first. Torres is at second. Jennings deep at short, with Brito even with the bag at third. Straight away in the outfield and relatively deep for Pickering in left, Coleman in center, and Boone in right field. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle, through into center field. It's a base hit. And that'll bring Sarah Willis to the plate. Two seasons at Washington. Transferred here to Orlando. And has become an integral part of the last 2 seasons. And the success from the American Athletic Conference into the Big 12. Sarah Willis shows bunt, takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Out of Ontario, Florida, by way of Washington, where again did not pitch a lot, wasn't used a ton at Washington. Then came here and has become, dare I say, the ace. The 1-0 is popped up on the infield. Jennings makes the catch. That'll do it. But a big first inning for the UCF Knights. For the first time this weekend, they take a lead. To work for the Sooner offense, it'll be Sanders, Boone, and Torres. OU in a 2-zip hole as we head to the second. Sooner softball presented by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway and is always brought to you by our OU Community Cornerstone partners, Fowler Auto Group, OU Health, OG&E, and Coca-Cola. University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. All right, here's Sid Sanders. First pitch to Sid, swinging, pops it up. Shallow right field, racing out is Aubrey Evans, called off by Chloe Evans. And there's one away. And the Sooners, who absolutely blistered Felton on Friday night, are struggling with the adjustment here today. Here's Riley Boone. Though OU did load the bases in the first inning and came away empty. Here's the first pitch to Boone, lays down a bunt foul. I think maybe it was Jessica Boehm, our intrepid Sooner softball statistical guru, or our buddy Gary Bonner, or maybe it's Jackie Wins, but we had a stat going for a while where when the Sooners loaded the bases in the first inning and didn't score, they still ended up winning by run rule fashion. The 0-1 is low and away. I don't know how often, though, they've put themselves in a 2-zip hole, though, during those statistical anomalies. I don't think it wants to become the norm either, just saying. Saturday's RBI for Riley Boone, her 21st of the season, was her first since March 29th. She takes the 1-1 pitch low and away, 2-0. That was in that Friday game 2 when the Sooners absolutely exploded. A 12-run first inning. She's been the spark plug, though. She's in the 8-hole today, and she grounds one back up the middle, through into center field. Stay true, Riley Boone. A one-out single, and here comes Alina Torres. Second hit of the game for the Sooners.
Batting ninth, second baseman, number 40, Alina Torres.
Torres getting her second start in the series. Started here on Friday night. Went 0 for 1, did have a walk. Came into pinch hit yesterday. Went 0 for 1. Boone at first. First pitch to Torres, inside, ball 1. That was one area on Friday night. Keep going back to that game because that's when Felton pitched for UCF. She struggled. Sooners as a team drew 8 walks. Here's the 1-0 to Torres. She swings and fouls it off. In fairness to Felton, she was only responsible for 2 of those walks in 3 1/3 inning. 7 hits, 8 earned runs in the 18 batters she faced here on Friday. A ball and a strike with Boone at first, 1 out for the Sooners, down a couple. The pitch inside, 2-1. Cody pops out, fakes a throw over to first, and Boone takes 2 steps back and then waits. Boone preaching words of encouragement towards Torres, who's deep in the box. The 2-1 pitch to Alina. She rips one down the left field line, falling fast, but it's caught! It's caught down the left field line. A solid play by Sarah Willis, and there's 2 away. That looked like it was destined for extra bases. Cindy Ball Malone is out protesting whether or not Riley Boone touched the bag whenever she went back to first. I was watching the play down the line. The question is, did Boone round second and then touch the bag? Boone seems pretty confident that she's going to be able to stay at first base. It looks like we're going to have our first review brought to you by Noble McIntyre and McIntyre Law. the law firm you should turn to for all of your personal injury needs. Now, the umpires are talking about this first. If one of the crew members is confident where he says, hey, I saw him, then she's going to be forced to challenge. If there was any of the three that say, I didn't really have a great look at it, or maybe it's good to look at it on video, then they might not necessarily charge her a challenge. Now, Steve Gould, Tom Meyer, and Kevin Conder have been here all weekend long. Today, Gould is behind home plate. Meyer is at first. And Conder is at third. Meyer has been the crew chief all weekend long, so he is overlooking at this review. Their actual video setup where they look at the replay is down the third base line beyond the UCF dugout. And very similar to the setup that we have in Norman at Love's Field. The control room, if you will, is up here in the press box, in the main press box area. That question here in this McIntyre Law review is whether or not Boone rounded the bag and didn't touch it, headed back to first base. I'm assuming, because they sure as heck don't let us know what they're reviewing. Though that would be really, really nice if they did. They come out and they say that she is safe. I didn't think there was too much doubt about it, but they call Cindy Ball Malone Bear, so they refer to her as Bear. She was very confident about it when she came flying out of the UCF dugout. Sensational play by Willis in left. We'll star that one. Here comes Ella Parker now with 2 outs. Parker was hit by a pitch in the first. She bats here with 2 outs in the second. First pitch, check swing on strike one, right down the middle. Boone's at first. She had a 1-out single. Torres had extra bases taken from her on a sensational play. No balls and a strike. The pitch, a little bit out, 1-1. Thomas Breach reports that there wasn't a camera angle that could distinctly show whether or not Boone had missed the bag. So she stands at first. The 1-1 to Parker is lifted deep to left center field. We are tied. Ella Parker, the bomb squad, leaves the yard, and the Sooners knotted up at 2. The freshman airplanes into home plate, and the jolt of energy that Sooner dugout needed is provided on an oppo shot from Ella Parker. 2-2.
Now batting the shortstop, number 23, TRA.
Home runs this season are brought to you by the hard-working people of Oklahoma. Oil and natural gas. 2-2 on home run number 8 on the season from Ella Parker. RBI 42 and 43. First pitch strike to T.R.A. Jennings. She got a pitch right on that outer edge and drove it out of here. The 0-1 to Jennings is a little bit low, 1-1. Boy, you love to see that kind of answer, especially with 2 outs. The 1-1 to Jennings headed home. She pops it up right side. Doherty racing up in foul territory. The first baseman makes the catch and ends the inning. But the Sooners strike back. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It's a new game, tied at 2. We go to the bottom of the second inning, tied up at 2. Nisha Rowe will lead things off, and the Sooners go with their 5 infielder look. Rowe lays down a bunt, charged by Brito. Barehands it, throws, gets her. 1 away. Brito has been so smooth. The Sooner defense has been prepared for Rowe, who is the type of player that can change the game with her speed. Here's Sierra Humphreys. Sooners 2 runs on 3 hits. 2-run Ella Parker home run. 2-run on 2 hits for the Knights. First pitch in for a strike to Chloe Evans. Home run, the difference there. Sierra Humphreys in the 2-1 win yesterday for the Sooners. Went 0 for 1. She takes the 0-1 pitch for strike 2. She was 1 for 4 here on Friday night. That hit came in one of the best threats that UCF had in a third inning where they put the first 2 runners on base. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Long look at the pitch watch from Nicole May. She's at the belt. She's ready. The 1-2. Loop towards the right side. Sid Sanders puts her glove up, makes it look easy. 2 away for Jazz Williams.
Batting 9, the shortstop, number 1, Jazz Williams.
It is still wild to look at the success this season that Nicole May has had against right-handed hitters as opposed to left-handed hitters. As the righty, Jazz Williams digs in. The first pitch, high for a ball. Right-handed batters like Williams are hitting just 123 against May. 47 strikeouts to 7 walks. Here's the 1-0. Line drive, pass to diving Brito into left field. Well, I jinxed that. A 2-out single from Jasmine Williams will turn the lineup over to Sona Halajian. Hopefully it fits here where the success can continue. Right-handed hitters hitting 123. That number goes up just a bit with that base hit by Jazz Williams. But lefties are hitting 333. And of the 8 home runs that Nicole May has now given up this season, 5 of them have been to left-handed hitters. First pitch, right down the middle for ball 1. Nicole May can't believe it. 1 ball and no strikes to Halajian, who popped out to second to start this game offensively for UCF. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from May. Low. 2 balls and no strikes. Bedlam coming up next. Work to take care of, business to be done here today. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swings and pops it foul. 6:30 on Friday night for the Phillips 66 Bedlam Series. That's on Fox Sports 1. A noon first pitch on ESPN Saturday, and then that start time for the Sunday game is going to be on ESPN 2 with a 3 o'clock first pitch. Here's the 2-1, swing and a miss, or just got a piece of it. And unfortunately, that caromed off the inside of Hansen's leg that just missed the shin knee protectors. Ouch. Captain stands up. Looks like she's okay. Nods to our home plate umpire. And we'll get ready for the 2-1 pitch. May brings it home. Low. Good job by Hansen to go get that. As always, for all 3 games to go along with the pretty pictures, we have you covered on the Sooner Sports Network. Starting Friday at 6:15 with our first, not first pitch, but a pregame show starting then. Phillips 66 Bedlam Series brought to you in part by the people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas, Oklahoma Blood Institute, and Anheuser-Busch. Phillips 66, get ready to go. The 3-2 pitch is driven deep to center field and long gone. Sona Halajian blasts one over the center field wall, and these 2 teams are exchanging 2-out home runs. It's 4-2 UCF. Wow. Halajian should be playing every single game the way that she swung it this weekend for UCF. action hopping in the Sooner pen. Carly Keeney and Kelly Maxwell.
Number 46, Shannon Barty.
My goodness. Logan has just swung out of her boots all weekend long, and it has paid off. Her 4th home run of the season. First pitch is up and in, ball 1. The California transfer had 13 home runs during her sophomore season. 26 now career home runs as the 1-0 pitch misses outside 2-0. Well, we had a slugfest here on Friday night, at least from the Sooners' perspective. We had a pitcher's duel here last night, and now it's shaping up to be a slugfest again today. That's a strike, 2 balls and a strike. Scoreboard has it 3-0. Incorrect. And all the damage for both teams has come with 2 outs. 2-1, that's gone. Deep to left field. If it's fair, it's trouble, but racing over. Oh, my goodness, what a play! In foul territory by Cassidy Pickering. Off the bat, it looked like that could be out of here. The only question is if it stayed fair or foul. And Pickering never gave up on it. Raced into foul territory, crashed up against the wall, and gets a big out for the Sooners. But UCF strikes right back. A 2-run home run, 4-2 hole as we head to the 3rd inning. Love to hear where you're listening from. Let us know at OU on the air. That's at OU on the air. And we'll hit them, sprinkling them in. Not just through the 3rd, but throughout the rest of the day. Brought to you by Century Roofing in Oklahoma. CenturyRoofingOK.com. On guard for Oklahoma. First pitch, Cassidy Pickering, swing and a miss. Pickering, a strikeout victim in the 1st. It's great to see our buddy Warren Blankenship here. Warren brought me a Mr. Goodball before the game yesterday. The 0-1 is on the outer edge for strike 2. It was very good. I'm not going to lie. No balls and 2 strikes. Hansen waits on deck. 4-2 deficit for the Sooners as Felton misses way outside 1-2. Well, if the plan was to try to get a lead before you bring in Willis, it's worked to perfection, but outside of maybe 1 pitch, Felton's been fantastic. Blue collar, I guess you could say. The 1-2, that's a little out, 2-2. And I understand the frustration. Our guy has called that a strike a couple times today, but it's just off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Pickering. Ooh, she had a good cut, fouled it straight back. You can see she kind of cocked her head a little bit after that. Good to see Katie Heffling is checked back in from Strongsville, Ohio. Mickey and Nick from Sugarland. Large Williams in the house. Boomer Boy and Mike from Mazur, excuse me. I was feeling elite on that. The 2-2 is grounded foul down the first baseline. Therese is in Austin. Traylinda Kerr is in the house. Sooner Judy in Silver City, New Mexico. And, yeah, she says, sending prayers for those affected by the storms. What a heartbreaking thing to wake up to see those pictures from Sulphur around our communities. Hopefully we can be a couple-hour distraction for you today. The 2-2 reaches, pokes it foul down the 3rd baseline. Sulphur is such a cool town, too. Nice little hidden gem. Well, they're hurting today. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4-2, the Knights lead at the pitch. Ball 3, that skips all the way to the backstop. Mark Worley is in from Edmond. Debbie and J.O. in from Montezuma, Iowa. Larry in that St. Pete Soonered in. Gunny's in the house. Lisa G's up in Tulsa. Our man Tim Scrives is out in Lexington. And Cowboys Sooner up in Aberdeen, South Dakota. 3-2 is ball 4. Steve Gould making some friends here early on, and the tying run comes to the plate. Denny D asks a question. What's the rule on the pitcher staying inside the pitching lane while delivering a pitch? The UCF pitcher seems to stay out of the lane. Just curious. Your whole foot has to be out of it. It's an illegal pitch. If any part of your foot catches the chalk, you're considered in the pitching lane. First pitch to Hansen is right on the outer edge, strike 1. And now that you mention it for Felton, you see it. She's turning her plant foot almost, and it looks like that toe is just catching a little bit of chalk. Trust me, if they see it as a problem, Sooners will be all over it. Here's the 0-1. Throw behind the runner as that missed for ball 1. Though it did look on that last pitch as if her plant foot was clearly out of the lane. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, headed home. Pop foul down the right side. Good eye. Emily Snook has checked in from Get Air in Norman again. Oh, my goodness. Put that AirPod in. Drown out the sound. We're hot in Lexington today. Joe Bob Hackney has checked in from Lexington, Oklahoma. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to K9. Almost hit her to the backstop. Off to second goes Cassidy Pickering on the wild pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hansen had an infield single her last time up. She, quote unquote, stays hot on an absolute tear over the last 5 games. Now 10 for 17 during that stretch. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to the captain. Just gets a piece of it to stay alive. The Lees are locked in at Cedar Park. Shane Sanders has us covered. Not every single one, including Shane, have sent out thoughts to those who were affected last night by the storms in Oklahoma. Melanie and Britt in Seattle. Mikey's in El Dorado Hills has us synced up with the ESPNU broadcast. A 2-ball, 2-strike count as Cody given a little time to recover there. Here comes the pitch to Hansen. On to the backstop again. Ball 3. And off to third goes Cassidy Pickering. Back-to-back wild pitches. It's a 3-2 count for Kinsey Hansen. Jada waits on deck. Here comes the 3-2 to K9. Ball 4 way inside. Hansen slams the bat as she jogs to first base. And I don't know what the plan is. Here comes Sydney Ball Malone. I was saying this might be that time where you go and get your left fielder and bring her into pitch here. First and third for the Sooners. They're just going to head out to the circle and talk with Felton. Felton's looking out towards the bullpen. It doesn't look like it's going to be Sarah Willis, who is walking over to center field to talk to Roe and Chloe Evans. Made me shocked here. They're going to go with the matchup. And I wonder, it was very creative, I thought. There might be some of the old school diehards that would disagree and tell me it's stupid, and that's fine. I can take your bullets. But I thought it was pretty creative how they used Felton on Friday night. They would move her out to right field. They'd bring in the lefty on the season for DeVoe. 13 strikeouts to 6 walks. But again, a pitcher the Sooners saw Friday night and had some success against. Walked 2 in an inning, allowed 1 hit through just 29 pitches. faced just 6 batters. UCF used 4 different pitchers on Friday night. Let's pause 10 seconds for all of our great affiliates to identify themselves. This is Sooner Softball from Learfield.
KEBC Del City, a product of Tyler Mead, powered by Parrish Devon, official personal injury lawyers of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Visit pepperwinds.com.
We're in the top of the third. Nobody out. Runners at first and third for the Sooners. DeVoe in the pitch to Jada Coleman. You down 4-2. First pitch to Jada is low and away, ball 1. Coleman walked her last time up. We know the kind of night that she had here on Friday night. 2 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. Had a home run, walked twice, drove in 2. Here's the 1-0. It's a squeeze punt. Off to home is Pickering. The throw is not in time. As Pickering came in, she took out the umpire. Hanson is on her way to third. Coleman on her way to second. The squeeze punt is worked to perfection, and Cody almost had Pickering at the plate. 4-3. The home plate umpire was taken out by Pickering, who worked around the tag and got her hand on the plate, but in doing so, absolutely bodied our home plate umpire. Brent Venables called Cassidy Pickering. That was a solid tackle. Steve Gold went down. She had worked around the tag, and it looks like we're going to get another challenge from Cindy Ball Malone. All right, there we go. They're going to challenge the call at home plate. The brilliant part in all of this is that Jada Coleman, realizing the confusion at home plate, never stopped running. She's standing at second now. Hanson is at third and will await the ruling and the review. We are thankfully in no rush to catch a plane today because we are off to a slow start. But as long as the Sooners win, we'll stay here all day. This review is brought to you by Noble McIntyre and McIntyre Law, the law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs. What do you guys think and what you've seen? We're trying to peek around on the replay monitors up here. With my live eye, and we're in a really good spot. We are just angled towards the third base side, slightly behind home plate. Cody did not get the tag in time. Now, is there another angle where maybe Pickering didn't touch the plate? It looked good to me. Yeah, I never saw Cody even tag her with our angle here. Well, we're at it. Shouts out to Burns Flats and our buddy Noble McIntyre. And great to have him as a part of the Sooner softball family. Always neat to see the billboard with Noble on it, and you see the Sooner softball, proud supporter of OU softball. The overriding theory on the shout-out line is that she is safe. I heard from our buddy Doug Hamilton down in Hockley, Texas. He says safe. Steve York is checked in. He says safe. Jessica Bame says never tagged her. They point to home. Save! It's 4-3 Sooners on a squeeze punt by Jada Coleman. Chalk up RBI number 38 on the season for Jada. And here comes Alyssa Brito with a chance to tie this game up or give the Sooners the lead. Second and third, nobody out, infield in for UCF. Here's the first pitch to Brito, outside, ball 1. Sid Sanders waits on deck. Carly Keeney and Kelly Maxwell have been working consistently in the Sooner pen. Might be likely we'll see one of those to take over for the Sooners in the third. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Brito. Low, 2-0. Brito, a strikeout victim in her first plate appearance in the first inning. 4-3, Sooners hacking away. Boy, you get a sense there's an offensive explosion coming here from Oklahoma. The 2-0 is lined down the right field line. Foul. That's going to get into the Sooner dugout. Cassidy Pickering drew the leadoff walk. Hansen then walked. Couple wild pitches. Pickering at third, and then the squeeze bunt. Just beautiful. Here's the 2-1 to Brito. Another one of those check swings that Brito has struggled with this year. This one, at least, is fouled off. Big good morning to our buddy Jerry Isbell, who is tuned in. Larissa Holquin is tuned in out in Abilene. Here comes the 2-2. Rip to left field. One hops to left fielder. Willis gets to the wall. Hansen will score. Here comes Coleman. She'll score. A 2-run double from Alyssa Brito, and Oklahoma has taken its first lead of the game. It's 5-4 Sooners with nobody out in the top of the third inning. Willis was in perfect position. It skipped by her. And OU takes the lead, and Cindy Ball Malone is out to the circle again. We've seen some sensational plays this weekend from the UCF outfield. And it looked in that moment like Sarah Willis was in between. Do I dive for it, or do I just try to get in front of it? And as she tried to get in front of it, the ball skipped right by her. Oklahoma has taken the lead. And Grace Jewell will be called upon here to pitch. I guess I'm happy with this, but I still do not understand why you wouldn't go to Willis at some point here, unless there's something on the broadcast about watching a pitch count. But she threw 2 6-inning games last week against Baylor, so they're not in any way trying, I think, to rest her. This is, when you think about the resume for UCF, this is about as must-win of a game as you can have. But they'll continue with Willis out in left field. No tricky positioning of pitchers to slide in. And they will turn to Grace Jewell. First time this weekend that we've seen Grace Jewell. Out of Chesapeake, Virginia. I will say this. I've appreciated the UCF notes, but there is nobody, and I mean nobody, that challenges those of us who need reading glasses more than these UCF notes. Sid Sanders will head to the plate now. Boy, what an opportunity here for Sid Sanders to try to get right. 5-4, the Sooners have taken the lead. Brito is at second. Sanders flied out to right field her last time up. First pitch from Jewell is a little bit up, ball one. Appearance-wise, this is the 20th appearance for Jewell this season, so she's up there as part of the regular pitching rotation out of the pen for UCF. There's a strike on the 1-0 pitch. 2.85 ERA for Jewell, 4-2 on the season. 34 1/3 innings, 18 strikeouts to 14 walks. Opponents hitting .269 against her. Here's the 1-1 headed home to Sanders. Swings and drives one deep to right field. Racing back is Chloe Evans. She makes the catch in front of the warning track for the first out of the inning. Alyssa Brito wisely tags and takes third base. One away for Riley Boone, who singled her last time up. For those of you who like the inner workings of scoring decisions, they will indeed rule that just a single for Brito. She advanced to second on the E7. First pitch to Boone is in for a strike. Patty Gasso used the squeeze bunt to get going here. An 0-1 pitch with Riley Boone at the plate. Not in play as that pitch misses low and away, 1-0. A 3-run third so far. And Oklahoma has taken a 5-4 lead. Alina Torres waits on deck. Infield in tight. The 1-1 is a bunt, and it rolls just foul. It wasn't a squeeze. Maybe more of a safety squeeze, if you will. But that thing hit and left turn like a NASCAR. Are any of my golf shots that I don't want to spin? That thing had some English on it. Boone's behind, a ball and 2 strikes now. The pitch from Jewell. Line drive back up the middle. It knocked the glove off Jewell. A single into center field that scores Alyssa Brito. Oh, that ball had some juice. Took the glove right off of Jewell. Carried into center field, and it's 6-4 Sooners on the 22nd RBI of the season for Riley Boone. It's a 2-hit day for Boone, and it's 6-4 Sooners. Torres 0 for 1, but it was an amazing play by Willis that took away maybe extra bases. First pitch, ripped foul, and that's going to land where several softballs are currently stuck right on top of the batting cages down the left field line. It's got to be at least, 15 softballs that look like they're stuck up there, maybe more. They roll down and then they stop. The 0-1 up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jewell, as we mentioned, hadn't seen her yet this week. Her appearances have been pretty consistent in Big 12 play as well. Third on the team with 9 now appearances. Torres rips this one down the left field line, just foul. Just foul. I mean, there is a chance that if we are on a dirt field, maybe a little bit of chalk could have popped up from that. Maybe. Jewell did throw a no-hitter last year, March 17th. That happened in Oklahoma. It took place in Stillwater against Arizona State. The 1-2, called strike 3. Good pitch. Obviously, Torres was looking for something, got the opposite, and it's the 4th strikeout of the game. And here's the leadoff hitter, Ella Parker, who is having a day. Parker's 1 for 1 with a home run, couple of runs batted in, a stolen base. She's got Boone at first, takes a first pitch strike. Thomas Breach had sent us a note about the stolen bases. The last Sooner freshman to have 15 or more steals in a season was Jada Coleman in 2021, who had 20. Good company for Ella Parker here in her first season. She takes strike 2 on an absolutely horrific call by our home plate umpire. Scoreboard has 1-1. I've got 0-2. I'll take the scoreboards, to be honest with you. Boone at first. 6-4. The Sooners have taken the lead with a 4-run third. Here's the pitch to Parker. Grounds it softly towards short. Cut off at third by Humphries. Throws. Got her. Bang, bang play at first base. Parker just nipped at the last moment. The pin, the Sooners will call upon Kelly Maxwell. Coach Gasso's not messing around. Maxwell was solid here on Friday night, 6 1/3, did scatter 7 hits, allowed 1 run, struck out 5, walked 2. In that game, she reached 850 career strikeouts, but did throw 121 pitches. Opponents hitting just 153 against her over her last 16 starts. And now she'll come out of the pen to try to stabilize what's been a wild scoring start to this game. 6-4 Sooners. First pitch strike to Jada Cody, who flied out to left field her last time up. Pitching changes brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. 1-0 misses high, 2 balls and no strikes. Maxwell rocks and fires with the 2-0. That's up and in. Sorry, 1-1, 2-1 now. Scoreboard and I are not agreeing today. It's 2 balls and a strike. It is not 3-0. There you go. Maxwell making her first bullpen appearance since March 23rd. There's a grounder left side. Diving play by Brito from her knees. Throws. Got her! Sanders stayed on the bag on an incredible play. Diving into the 5-6 hole. Brito then fired a laser from her knees. And there's one away. Wow. What a play. By my count for Kelly Maxwell, this is her 5th appearance out of the pen this year. As we said, haven't seen it very often in Big 12 play. First pitch a little bit low for ball 1 to Chloe Evans, who will be happy to not see her get out of town and hopefully not have to worry about Chloe Evans in the Big 12 tournament. She's hit 2 home runs this weekend, including a 2-run shot with 2 outs in the first inning that gave the Knights a 2-zip lead. There's ball 2, low and in. Yeah, all total, the 5th bullpen appearance for Kelly Maxwell this season. I should say, coming out of the bullpen. 2-0. That's in for a strike, 2-1. And in Big 12 play, just her 2nd bullpen appearance. She's behind 2-1 here to Evans. Gets the swing and a miss, 2-2. Bit of a rough outing for Nicole May today. Sooners are going to need her. They're going to make a run. There's a line drive to center field that's pretty deep. Jada Coleman takes a few steps back, a little mini jump to make the catch, and there's 2 away. I mentioned we most likely close the book on Nicole May. 2 innings, 4 hits, gave up 4 runs, walked 1, faced 11 batters. 2 of those 4 hits were home runs. 2 away for Aubrey Evans. Boy, a 1-2-3 inning would be nice here. His first pitch is outside, ball 1. How good has Kelly Maxwell been in relief? Pretty good. Especially in Big 12 play. Here's the 1-0. Boy, that ball moved a mile and just missed inside. 8 2/3. Strikeout to walk ratio of 8-3. Has given up 6 runs out of the pen, though. I think a majority of that, though, came relatively early in the season. One pitch pops out of the glove of Kinsey Hansen, who shakes her head, ball 2. 6-4 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Oh, now, hold on. We got our count wrong. Again, this one was on me. Now it's a 3-1 count. It was 3-0. (3-1) is grounded sharply to short. Backhanded by Jennings from deep in the hole. Throws a strike, inning over. Ho hum. Kevin Winninger. Kevin in Topeka has checked in. Appreciate you guys making Sooner softball a part of your Sunday afternoon. redhead Sooner driving the turnpike. Christy McMurphy in Edmond. Toby Whitney up in D.C. Kyle Davis, Kayla Hargis in Hereford. Josh Reddick in Enid. And TRA will lead things off for the Sooners here in the fourth. With Oklahoma up 6-4. First pitch from Jewell is up high, ball one. There are some defensive changes here in this fourth inning for UCF. The Sooners up 6-4. As Jennings takes the 1-0 for a strike, 1-1. Willis is no longer out in left field. I'm going to go out on a limb. Let's say that's Kotzelnick that's out in left. There's a grounder foul down the third baseline. I think that's about it. They announced a few more. Still looks like Chloe Evans out in right, though good luck figuring out what any of these numbers are, even with binoculars. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch to Tiare is low and away. Willis has been shifted to the DP. She's throwing in the UCF pin right now. As Jennings, who's 0 for 2 on the day, waits on the 2-2 pitch from Jewell. Here it comes. Reaches, grounds it back to Jewell, gloves it, throws to first, and there's 1 away. That's how we'll start things in the top of the fourth inning with the Sooners up 6-4. MidFirst Bank is a premier partner of OU Athletics and your exclusive home for the OU debit and credit card. Visit midfirst.com/Sooners for details. Member FDIC. And the Trails Golf Club offers the perfect atmosphere for great golf and family fun. The Trails, you'll find golf at its best and social events to enjoy all year. Entertain clients, enjoy friends, make memories at the Trails Golf Club. First pitch swinging deep to right center field at the wall. It is gone. Cassidy Pickering. First pitch launched over the right center field wall. And it's 7-4 Sooners. The long ball getting it done for the Sooners in Orlando. And Pickering leaves the yard. And the Sooners have taken a 3-run lead. It's 7-4. Notch home run number 6 on the season for Pickering. And her hot weekend continues. Here's Kinsey Hansen. Cody goes out to the circle to try to calm things down. Everybody's kind of looking towards the dugout right now for UCF. Jewell will stay in. Kinsey Hansen digs in. First pitch to K9 is in for a strike. Hansen on the day is 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, and she takes ball 1 low. Seven 4 now, Sooners. Jada Coleman waits on deck. Hansen's walk in the third really started that 4-run rally for the Sooners. She bounces one off her foot. Boy, look at these kind of, I say, advanced numbers there. In the world of Ryan Wondrosik, runners in scoring position and runner on stats are not really advanced analytics or stats. In my world, they might be. Sooners are hitting .500 with runners in scoring position. Bouncer over the head of the third baseman, Humphrey into left field. Look at K9 work the dirt. It's a 1-out single, and here comes Jada Coleman, who laid down a beautiful squeeze bunt her last time up. And that's going to be it for Jewell. And I wonder if now is the time where they might turn to Willis. No, did she? Gabby says no. Yeah, they've got two pitchers working in the pen right now. One of them is Willis. And it won't, you're right. They're giving to her with one out, Hansen at first, and the Sooners up 7-4 with Jada Coleman coming to the plate. A little bit more on Caitlin Cochran in this Love's Travel Stops pitching change. Sophomore out of North Augusta, South Carolina. Enters the series against the Sooners, having yielded one or fewer runs in each of her first 9 appearances this season. This is appearance number 10 on the season, doubling the amount of appearances she made last year. It's also one of those players that UCF is not had the whole season, or at least it appears that way. Here's Jada Coleman. Runner at first, one out, 7-4 Sooners. UCF fans here trying to get the cheer going. Cochran, the righty, wears the face mask, all white uniforms with those gold numbers, black cursive knights across the chest, and the first pitch drops in for strike one. All told in her career for Cochran, she is 1-0. This is her 15th career appearance as well. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Coleman shows bunt, takes the ball a little bit out. She pitched 3 1/3 against Baylor last week. In that 3 1/3, gave up just 3 hits. 2 2/3, 4 hits and a run against BYU. There's a ball way outside, hits the dirt, skips past Cody. Off to second goes Kinsey Hansen on yet another wild pitch. In Big 12 play, she's now made 7 of her 10 appearances. Here's the 2-1 to Coleman. Reaches, pokes it foul, 2-2. Season debut for Cochran came back on February 11th against Georgia State. Lasted just a third of an inning, but that's all they needed her for. And then she didn't pitch but one more time in the non-con. Unique. Long look. This is not an action clock violation. What are we even doing here? I mean, come on. The 2-2 pitch is way outside, ball 3. Now, if you start it just hypothetically now, she's got the ball. Well, I started it too late. I will become the official keeper of the 20-second clock from here on out. The 3-2 to Coleman, reaches, pokes it foul. She's got the ball once she gets in the circle. Decide to start it when you want. But for now, Coleman's in at 8 seconds. Long look here by Cochran. Longer. She's good here as the 3-2 pitch is popped up. Shallow left field, racing out as the shortstop Williams to make the catch. There's 2 away. And that'll bring Alyssa Brito to the plate. Brito arguably has the biggest hit in this game.
Third baseman, number 33, Alyssa Brito.
Ruled a single. She advanced to second on the throw. Brito on the day. 1 for 2. Let's see if they gave her both RBI. They should have. Here's the first pitch with the Sooners up 7-4, headed home. Brito pops it up right side in foul territory, giving chase, and just out of the reach of Doherty, who tried to make an over-the-shoulder catch. Strike 1. Yeah, they gave her 2 runs batted in. 1 for 2 with a run scored and 2 RBI. Here comes the 0-1. Headed home. A little bit up. Brito did a good job of checking her swing there. Total season average for Brito now at .420. ...16 home runs, all totaled 30 extra base hits. 4 of those are triples. She swings and pops the 1-1 foul, and that's going to get out of play. Oohs and ahs of the crowd. Good to see Tommy and Cindy are taking us with them to Yosemite National Park today. Allison is checked in, Randy Milligan in Pampa, Texas. Mary Taylor and Norman, thanks for hanging with us on a Sunday afternoon. 7-4, the Sooners lead at the 1-2 to Brito is way high, 2-2. James and Hollywood have checked in from North Lake, Texas today, getting ready for hopefully another Sooner win. Chris Emerson up in Jinx, and our friend Brooke has us dialed up. The 2-2 pitch headed home to Brito is up high, ball 3. Brooke, I want to tell you, you know you're one of my favorite people on the planet, but I think you have the greatest screen name ever in blooper_Sooner. And I get it, B-Looper, I get it. Tina K also out in Edmond. Thanks for making us a part of your Sunday. Let's see if Brito can put one in the gap somewhere. The pitch, ball 4. Brito has been on twice now.
Now batting the first baseman, number 1, Sydney.
And for the Sooner hitters, that would be walk number 4 that's been issued. They've been hit by a pitch as well, too. So tack those 5 onto the 7 hits. 7-4 Sooners. First pitch to Sanders. She checked her swing and fouled it back. Strike 1. Sanders is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to left field. That's wrong. 2 flyouts to right field. Get the ball back to Cochran, and the hype given from Doherty, the first baseman. Now we're ready. Sanders digs back in. Riley Boone waits on deck. Brito at first, Hansen at second. OU looking to add to its 7-4 lead. Here's the pitch to Sid. A little bit up. Bob Moore Ford is proud to honor service members through the Patriot of the Game. To nominate a Patriot, visit bobmooreford.com/hero. Always great moments for our home games to see those veterans honored. Here's the 1-1. Sanders had a good cut, fouled it back. One of the first games to get underway in college softball today here in Orlando. Missed a good one if you're just getting out of church. Sooners have rallied, fought, scratched, and clawed. Sanders tried to check her swing on the rise, couldn't, swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the Sooners in the top of the 4th. But Oklahoma adds a run as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 7-4, the Sooners lead it as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Sarah Willis will lead things off for UCF. It's been a battle today for the Sooners. A first inning 2-run home run by Chloe Evans staked the Knights to a 2-zip lead. Oklahoma battled back in the second. A 2-run home run by Ella Parker. But then in the third, a 2-run home run by Sona Halajan made it 4-2 UCF. And then Oklahoma exploded for 4 runs in the third, triggered by a leadoff walk to Pickering, a walk into Hansen, couple wild pitches. Jada laid down a beautiful squeeze bunt, a 2-run single by Alyssa Brito. And then in the 4th, Cassidy Pickering added a home run. That got us where we are, 7-4 Sooners. Orthodontics exclusively is proud to sponsor the Junior Captain of the Game. Junior Captain is the ultimate fan experience for children aged 6 through 12. There's 2 Orthodontics exclusively locations, with one in Norman and South Oklahoma City, and every consultation is free. Visit orthoexc.com. By the way, the strikeout of Sanders was the 4th strikeout of the game for the Sooners. First pitch swinging, chopper, Willis, booted. Torres couldn't stay in front of it, or in trying to stay in front of it, got a bad hop, and that thing shot off her glove into left field almost. Pickering ends up getting it back in. That'll be an E4. And let's see if nope, we will not see the Sooners change defensively. Kennedy Searcy will pinch hit here. And we'll get a pinch runner, too. So Willis heads to the bench. Sammy Del Hoyo will pinch run here for Willis. All right, here's Searcy. Well, it has not been, at least in the number of errors, a good weekend for the Sooners on that front. But let's see if Maxwell can work around this one. First pitch to Searcy is low. Oh, strike one. All right, we'll take it. I mentioned not a lot going on in college softball quite yet. They're underway in that rubber game in Athens. Florida has taken an early 1-zip lead on Georgia, top of the 3rd. 0-1 pitch. This lefty-lefty matchup is up high. Oh, pardon me, it is not Kennedy Searcy. It's actually Katie Burge that they have as the pinch hitter here. The 1-1 pitch, no, that's incorrect. The throw down to first as that pitch misses low and away. The official StatCast has it listed as Burge. It is not. It is Kennedy Searcy as the 1-1 pitch is in for a strike, 1-2. Runner at first is the pinch runner. A lot of swing and a miss. That'll do it for the pinch hitter Searcy, and that's the first strikeout for Kelly Maxwell. 1-0. Here's Sierra Humphreys. Well, that was a disaster from a broadcasting perspective. I apologize. Searcy came in a pinch hit, and they had listed that it was Burge that was actually pinch hitting. And I can't trust these numbers, but I should have trusted my first instinct. First pitch is high to Sierra Humphreys for ball 1. Del Horo, the pinch runner at first. 7-4 Sooners, bottom of the 4th inning, 1 away. Humphreys is 0 for 1 with a pop out to first base her last time up. Line drive over the head of Torres into right center field. Coleman cuts it off, gets it back in quick. That'll hold Del Horo at second. Good job by Jada to get that back in quickly. 6th hit of the game. And here's Jazz Williams. Williams had a big 2-out single in the 2nd inning. Kept the inning alive and opened things up for Sona Halajan to hit a home run. At the time, gave UCF a 4-2 lead. Williams takes ball 1 high. There is still activity in the Sooner pen. Peyton Monticelli is throwing. We saw for a while Carly Keeney was up and throwing. The 1-0 pitch is fouled back. Looks like Kirsten Deal is getting ready as well. How about that? So Deal and Monticelli getting ready in the Sooner pen right now, just in case. One ball and 1 strike. Way outside. Good job by Hanson. The runner takes off for third. The throw is in time. She's out. Overly aggressive, trying to take the bag. Brito tags her out on the perfect throw from Hanson, and UCF is out of challenges. 2 away. Great job by Kinsey Hanson. And an even better tag by Alyssa Brito. And I think they're giving Bear a warning here. She's making sure the home plate umpire knows about it, too. Not overly aggressive. I think she was trying to argue potentially obstruction, but I don't know. It looked like it was a pretty good tag from our angle. And again, I am wearing an Oklahoma polo, so that might add to my view on that one. 2-1 pitch now with 2 outs. Pop fouled down the right side. Sanders gives chase, but that's into the Sooner bullpen, which is located just beyond the Sooner dugout, down the first base into the right field corner. So you go from runners at first and second, 1 out, to a runner at second now with 2 outs. The pitch just missed that outer edge, full count. Well, the last thing you want to do is have Halajan coming to the plate as the potential tying run with the way she swung the bat the last 2 days. Long look by Maxwell. She's ready. From the belt, bouncer, third base, foul. Well, Brito chased that one down, still made the play. I think Williams might have had a chance to beat that out, though. She pounded that one into the dirt, just foul. Wasted a pretty good pitch by Kelly Maxwell here, too. 3-2. Hard hit ball, fair, down the left field line, into the corner. Cut off by Pickering, but the run will score. And it's 7-5 on a clutch 2-out double down the left field line by Jasmine Williams. Just past the diving Alyssa Brito. And now Sydney Ball Malone is having a conversation with the home plate umpire. It's 7-5, OU leads it, but the tying run is scheduled to come to the plate here with Sona Halajan, but they had moved Sarah Willis into that DP spot. And now they are re-entering Halajan, so Willis probably shifts, I would assume, to the circle at some point tonight. We'll see. But Halajan represents the time run, and in her 2 of her last 3 at-bats, she has been huge. Hit one off the wall to score a run yesterday, nearly tied the game, and homered here earlier. First pitch swinging, line foul down the first base line, just over the head of UCF's first base coach, Adam DeRushin. Coach Cindy Ball Malone coaches from that third base coach's box. She's very active, always in the ear of the umpire, always trying to hype up her team. Here's the 0-1. That ball's driven deep to right center field. Coleman races over and makes a sensational catch in right center field. Coleman ate up a lot of real estate, reached up and took away extra bases. Oh, my goodness. What can't she do? 7-5, Oklahoma leads it as we head to the 5th. Again, some movement here with UCF, but Kaylin Cochran will stay in the circle. And De Hoya, who came at a pinch run, is now in left field. They've moved Searcy to center, and Evans is now in right. Infield remains the same as Riley Boone will lead things off. Boone is 2 for 2. And she digs in to try to get a good rally started here in the 5th. First pitch, strike 1 on that outer edge. 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored for Boone. Season average for her is up to .417. And Boone has been a good rally starter. In innings where she leads off, she's batting .500 as the 0-1 pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Seven to 5, the Sooners lead at top of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-1. It's a bunt, hard to third, charging, and the throw is in time. Nice job by Humphries. In one motion, charging, gloved it, little bit too hard. One away.
Now batting the second baseman, number 40.
They had her played pretty perfectly. I heard from my buddy Jim Stovall this morning. Great author. Time is called here before Torres sees the first pitch. He said, let me know when you want to learn more about the re-entry. And I saw that, I was like, Jim, I need to sit down with Cindy Ball Malone to understand how she uses re-entry in this game. It's incredibly complex. First pitch swinging, Torres pops it into right field. Easy play for Chloe Evans. And there's quickly 2 away for the Sooners here in the 5th. For comprehensive coverage of college baseball and softball all season long, tune to SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84. That's in your car or on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM is your home for your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. SiriusXM.us/Big 12 Radio 2023 for a free trial. Here is Ella Parker. What a night for Ella as she takes strike one. Parker is totally 1 for 2 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in. Takes that pitch high, 1-1. One of those hits, though, of course, was her 8th home run of the season, a 2-run bomb that at the time tied the game at 2. Now 7-5 Sooners in the top of the 5th. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. A big 3rd inning for the Sooners. Helped give them a little separation. Now they're fighting and scratching and clawing with a very gritty UCF team. Here's the 1-2 to Parker. Up and away, 2-2. Long look here from Cochran. She's ready. 2-2 is hammered. Deep to left field, and it is gone. It's a 2-home run day for the freshman Ella Parker. It's 8-5 Sooners on an opposite field blast by the freshman. Her 9th home run of the season. And the Sooners get the run back they gave up in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 8-5. Cindy Ball Malone is out saying something to the home plate umpire. Parker gives a little tip of the cap to the Sooner cheering section, which is right next to the Sooner dugout in that front row. Now Cindy Ball Malone goes over and says something to the first base umpire. Whatever it is, it has been received with zero responses from what I think Coach wanted to hear as she's going to make her way back to the UCF dugout. And here's TRA Jennings. 0 for 3 day for TRA. First pitch. Well, she had a cut. Tried to stop it. Fouled it back. What a day for Ella Parker. 2 home runs. She's been the difference as the 0-1 pitch is high to TRA Jennings. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's her 8th multi-RBI game of the season. I think it's her first multi-home run game of the season, too. Jennings waits and takes ball 2. Home runs number 8 and 9. A 3 RBI day for Ella Parker. The 2-1 to Jennings is up high, ball 3. Jennings came into today hitting .393. Numbers dipped just a bit. She rips this one foul. She's currently at .385, but is a .479 hitter. Ah, yes. Two home runs from the freshman Parker. It happened in Texas. Jennings rips one deep to left field. Oh, get out of here, ball! The Sooners go back-to-back, and it's 9-5 on the 91st career home run from Tiare Jennings and her 300th career run batted in as she stomps on home plate and gives the Sooners a 4-run lead. History here in Orlando for Tiare Jennings this weekend. She is one of only 8 players with 90 or more home runs, currently sitting 7th all time. And with that run batted in, Tiare Jennings on this 5th inning solo home run has now driven in her 300th career run. What a career. What an at-bat as she ripped it out of here. And the Sooners now up 9-5, and UCF will go to the pin again. Pitching change brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. The heart of the highway. Sona Halajian will come into pitch. 9-5 Sooners. After a scoreless first, they put 2 on the board in the second, 4 on the third. A home run in the fourth and 2 in the fifth. 300 career runs batted in. 6th on the all-time list. She needs 5 more to knot Sierra Romero for 5th. Sid's big sister. 304 career runs batted in. Pitching changes brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. Sona Halajian pitched an inning and 2/3 here on Friday night. Gave up 2 hits, a run, walked 2, struck out 1. Faced just 9 batters. The righty is one of those players today that is going through senior day. Out of San Anselmo, California, by way of Drake High School, and transferred here from California. Their second season. So Tiare Jennings and Ella Parker go back-to-back. The Sooners as a team have hit 4 home runs today, and home runs this season are brought to you by the hardworking people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. Sooners using the long ball on a day that we thought we'd see Sarah Willis, and she's been a hitter. She's been a fielder. She's warmed up in the pen, but it's almost as if UCF isn't going to use her unless they get a lead. Now we'll see her today. Well, here's Cassidy Pickering. She's already homered today. She's 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. First pitch up high, ball 1. 94 home runs for the Sooners this season. In conference play, you can tick that number up to 52 as a team. 9-5 the Sooners lead it. The 1-0 is a little bit up. 2 balls and no strikes. And perhaps the coolest number of all from today is to see how good the Sooners have been with 2 outs. Pickering takes high, ball 3. OU is hitting .500 today, 4 for 8 with 2 outs. Incredible. By the way, UCF has been just as good. They're 5 for 9 with 2 outs. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Cassidy Pickering. That's a strike, 3-1. Sooners have pounded out 9 hits so far today. Cassidy Pickering trying to work on the 5th walk. Ahead on the count, 3 balls and a strike. Let's see, the pitch. Rip foul. Had a good cut. Had a good cut on that, fouled it off. Pickering digs back in with Hansen in the on-deck circle. Wind picks up a bit. Blowing across the field out towards left. The 3-2 pitch to the Sooner freshman is headed home. Up and in, ball 4. They're going to check and see if she went. Halajan popped off the circle, thinking she had struck out. Pickering, who stands at first. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
KEBC Delson, a product of Tyler Mead, powered by Parrish Devon, official personal injury lawyers of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Visit pepperwinds.com.
Kinsey Hansen digs in. The first pitch up high. Got away from the catcher. Off to second goes Pickering. They'll throw down, but she's safe. 9-5, the Sooners lead it. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Pickering moves on the wild pitch. Hansen, who's 2 for 2, has reached base all 3 times. 2 singles, a walk, and has scored a run. Head on the count here, 1 ball and no strikes. She's used the dirt, some high choppers from K9 today. She takes ball 2 a little bit in. Two balls and no strikes. Pickering surveying what's in front of her at second. 2 outs, go on anything. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ripped down the third baseline, just foul. Sooner softball is brought to you in part by Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores, farm fresh for over 50 years. Listen to the coverage of the NCAA Championships, softball and baseball on the Varsity Network app, powered by Learfield. Fans can hear Westwood One's exclusive national coverage, along with most schools broadcast through a multicast option. It's only on the Varsity Network app, available for free in your app store. Ready now for the 2-1 pitch. Hansen waves the bat behind her right ear. Pitch. Rip deep to left center field. See ya later. Home run, Kinsey Hansen. Oh, the Sooners are dropping home run balls over the left field wall like crazy here in the 5th inning. And for the first time since March 15th, Kinsey Hansen leaves the yard. It is now 11-5 Sooners. Hansen's last home run came on March 15th in the first game of the series against Texas Tech. She had gone 53 plate appearances between that home run and the one that just left the yard here for the 3rd home run in the 5th inning. And there's still 2 outs. The pitch, Jada Coleman shows bunt, takes a ball. Boy, what a day for the dedicated people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. Great time to have that home run sponsorship. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Coleman takes it low and away. Coleman is 1 for 2. Had the bunt, squeeze bunt, RBI earlier. The home run, by the way, for Hansen, her 8th of the season. 2-0 is in for a strike. Oklahoma has just really broken out the bats in a big way here. And they're up 11-5. The 3-0, the 2-1 is in. Nope, ball 3. 3-1. In the career of Kinsey Hansen, it's home run number 57. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Jada Coleman. Ground ball right side, backing up on it is Aubrey Evans. Gloves throws, gets her inning over. 11-5, Oklahoma leads it as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Trails Golf Club in Norman. You'll experience everything you love about golf and more. Spring membership specials and the advantages of belonging to a private club. Check it out, trailsgolf.com. Here we go.
The first baseman, number 46, Shannon Doherty.
So Shannon Doherty will lead things off. Our home plate umpire stepped out. He was not happy about something. And now as Doherty digs in, here we go. Kelly Maxwell back to work. Came out of the pen in relief and misses for ball 1. Maxwell so far coming out of the pen today in 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, has the 1 strikeout and misses ball 2. 6-run lead here. Just be smart. Defensively, it's like Oklahoma stayed the same. A little deeper at third than you typically see Brito. There's strike 1 on the inside edge. With Doherty, though, not someone you worry too much about laying down a bunt. Brito even with the bag, little off the line over at third. Deep at first is Sid Sanders, well off that first base line. 2-1, pop foul. Oh, there's our change. Avery Hodge is in at second base. She's got her heels on the outfield grass, as does Tiare Jennings. Straight away at short and second. Boone and right. Coleman, straight away center. Slightly shaded towards left center field is Cassidy Pickering, just slightly. 2-2 is popped into right center field. Riley Boone is calling off Jada Coleman, but Jada Coleman makes the catch. The warning track, and there is 1 away. That's back-to-back plays in about that same area that Jada has made. Here's Jada Cody. She's 0 for 2. I waited all weekend, Radke. I waited all weekend. Legendary Westwood One broadcaster Ryan Radke reached out and said, Shannon Doherty, is Jenny Garth on deck? Tori Spelling in the hole? First pitch swinging, fouled off by Cody for strike 1. Ah, yes. Beverly Hills 90210. R.I.P. Luke Perry, or as I knew him as, Lane Frost. Sooners have scored in every inning here tonight but the first. As the 0-1 pitch misses up, 1 ball, 1 strike. A 2-run homer from Ella Parker in the second. A third inning where the Sooners manufactured runs. A squeeze bunt from Jada Coleman. A 2-run single from Alyssa Brito. A single from Boone. The ground ball off the foot of Maxwell to Hodge to first. They got her. That was a big-time play by Avery Hodge and a little ole from Kelly Maxwell that made sure that it was on its way to Hodge. Hattie Gasso didn't like that. She's going to come on out and check on Maxwell. So last thing you need is anything dinged up with Kelly Maxwell. 2-way. Last 5 runs, though, for the Sooners as we pick up on the scoring recap. Maxwell looks like she's okay. Coach Gasso will make her way back to the dugout. There's a group of about 3 or 4 Sooner fans that have been trying to get Coach's attention every time she steps on the field, and I think Coach finally tipped her cap to him. Here's Chloe Evans. What a weekend for her as she takes the first pitch for strike 1. Last 5 runs for the Sooners have all been home runs. Finally got them. Pickering solo shot. Ella Parker solo shot. Tiare Jennings a solo shot. And a 2-run shot from Kinsey Hansen. 11-5 Sooners. Here's a bunt right back to Maxwell. Glove spins. Got her. Inning over. Very workmanlike from Kelly Maxwell to shut down the Knights in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Oklahoma in control, leading UCF 11-5. This is Sooner Softball from Learfield. Log on to Soonersports.com/kids for information about joining the Sooner Junior Kids Club, presented by OG&E and brought to you in part by Orthodontics exclusively Mathis Home and Devon Energy. As Alyssa Brito gets ready to lead things off here in the top of the sixth inning with the Sooners on top 11-5. The University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Coca-Cola, The Baked Bear, Community Coffee, Taco Mayo, Boomerang Diner, Schwab Meat, and Uber Eats. Sooners looking to maintain control of its own destiny heading into the Bedlam Series presented by Phillips 66 next weekend in Norman. They lead it here 11-5 as Brito leads things off. First pitch swinging, fouls it into the minute catcher for strike one. Another pitching change for UCF as they are back to Felton. Makes her second appearance of the game. The 0-1, big cut, swing and a miss, strike two. Felton re-entering, 5 total pitchers from UCF today. 5. I guess you could technically say a 6th different with a swing and a miss as Felton gets Alyssa Brito and at bat that I don't think Alyssa Brito is going to like looking back on too much. One away. Sid Sanders is 0 for 3 as she strides to the plate. They throw out T-shirts after every strikeout. So, hadn't been a very busy weekend until today. First pitch to Sanders is a little bit low, ball 1. Of the things that maybe you could consider a little bit concerning, that's the 6th strikeout of a Sooner today. 1 ball and no strikes to Sanders. She grounds one foul down the third base line. OU baseball will play a doubleheader today. They just got underway. So after you're done with us, go spend your day with Toby. After the storms, hope everyone is safe. Thoughts with those that have been affected by it. 1-1 pitch in the dirt, 2-1. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to have the Norman Music Festival that wisely was canceled last night. Baseball had to move to today, so hope everybody's safe and enjoying this Sooner performance today. The 2-1 is in the dirt, ball 3. A couple of other Big 12 games in action. We'll keep you caught up on those as the 3-1 pitch to Sanders is ball 4. Sid Sanders is aboard for the first time today. That'll bring Riley Boone to the plate. And we'll see our first Sooner pinch runner. Maya Bland will be called upon for the first time this weekend. She'll run here for Sanders.
Number 12, Maya Bland. Now batting the right fielder, number 0, Riley Boone.
Texas's weekend is done. They played 2 yesterday with Iowa State. Concerns over weather today. Sweeping that series, so Texas still alive. First pitch swinging. Boone skies one to right field. Chloe Evans racing in, makes the catch. And there's 2 away for Avery Hodge. Texas beat Iowa State 5-2 in a really good game on Friday, then outscored them 17-1 in 2 run rule wins yesterday. They'll be in Lubbock against Texas Tech for the final series of the season. Texas Tech is up 4-0 right now on Houston. That game's in the 3rd. First pitch to Hodge is in for a strike. In fact, that is a rubber game in Houston. Tech won the first game 7-6 and then got beat 8-0 yesterday. Oof. Chopper over the head of the charging Humphreys at third base. It's a single for Avery Hodge, who looked like she stumbled a little bit running down the first baseline. Did she trip over her bat? Hodge is aboard with the 11th hit of the game, and here comes Ella Parker. Parker already has 2 home runs today. Takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Oklahoma has been pretty good with 2 outs today. Let's see if Parker can keep it going. The pitch. Bounce to the right side off a short hop. Nice job by Evans. Gloves and gets her, and that'll do it for the Sooners in the 6th. And when you can't be at the game, Sooner Sports TV has you covered on the air and online at Soonersports.tv. Sooner Sports TV is presented by our cornerstone partners, Anheuser-Busch and OU Health. 11-5 Sooners as we play on in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Aubrey Evans, who was 1 for 2 on the day, has one of the 7 UCF hits. Maxwell misses a little bit out, 1-1. We haven't had a game like this in a while. How about a weekend like this? It's been good. It's been good for this team. Riley Ludlam is now in behind the plate as the 1-1 pitch is hit pretty well to center field. Coleman races back to the wall, leaps, and it is off the batter's eye. It comes back into the park, sliding in safely with a double is Evans. Coleman almost got up high enough to take it away, and I'm not so sure that wasn't a home run. Now, Cindy Ball Malone, who is not complained or has been there to complain about any little thing, has not thrown a fit about it, so I assume that's just an extension of the wall. Now, Sarah Willis will dig in. She reached what was ruled a hit back in the 4th inning. First pitch grounded back up the middle. Hodge bobbles, gloves it. Nowhere to go. That was weird all the way around. It got under Maxwell, and then Hodge struggled to corral it in time to have a play on Willis. And UCF has put runners on first and third with nobody out. Here's Searcy, Kennedy Searcy, who is 0 for 1, came in a pinch hit in the 4th, struck out. Brito way in over at third. I mean, way in at third. Halfway between the bag and home plate. First pitch is a strike. Kirsten Deal is getting ready in the Sooner pen just in case. We've seen just about everyone warming up at some point today for the Sooners. 0-1 in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nicole May started the game for the Sooners. 2 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs. Maxwell in 3 innings of relief work has given up 4 hits and just the 1 run so far. But she's in a pickle here. Runners at first and third with nobody out. Sooners up 6. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Sid Sanders calls off everyone to make the catch, and there's 1 away. Sierra Humphreys singled her last time up. Singled and scored a run in that 4th inning where UCF was able to manufacture a run. First pitch, a little low on that outer edge. Sooners playing just about as straight up as you can here, though Riley Boone a little shaded more towards right center field. That right field line is wide open if Humphreys wants it. As Maxwell goes to put the ball in her glove, time is awarded, to Sierra Humphreys. 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch is in the dirt. Good job by Ludlam. Sooners won here on Friday night, 10-2. In a pitcher's duel yesterday, Kirsten Deal out-dueled Sarah Willis for a 2-1 win. And here on Sunday, it's 11-5. The 1-1 pitch. Ball 2. Looked like a good spot. Wind has settled down a bit. The pitch. Boy, that's a good pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Following this Georgia-Florida game and that rubber game down in Athens, Georgia's taken a 2-1 lead in that game in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's been a good series. The 2-2 pitch, called strike 3, right on the inside corner, 2 away. That's strike 3? Oh, okay. Then we're all thrown off. I thought that was strike 3. Scoreboard had it at 2-2. I will see if maybe I was just seeing the future. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. So are we at 2-2 or 3-2? 3-2, okay.
Everybody clap your hands.
I thought Maxwell had 2 strikes on that. So did the scoreboard. But there wasn't enough frustration from Humphreys to have been caught looking, I guess, if I were to use my brain. The 3-2 pitch bounced to short, backhanded by Jennings to second for 1 to first. No. The run will score. It's 11-6 as Humphreys beats out the throw on the potential double play. Evans scores from third. And there's 2 away for Jazz Williams, who is 0 for 2. She's out of game. She's 2 for 2 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Here's the first pitch to Williams. Ground ball to short. Backing up on it is Jennings. Gloves. Shovels to Hodge covering second, and that will do it. UCF adds a run, but that's it. We head to the 7th. Sooners in control, leading 11-6. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is, my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately, in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
All right. Sooners are up 11-6 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Tiara Jennings will lead things off for Oklahoma. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the lineup. Kelly Maxwell, workmanlike out of the pen for the Sooners. Giving up a couple of runs, but the Oklahoma offense has been as impressive today as they've been all season long. 11 hits, 11 runs, 5 home runs. And Jennings swings at the first pitch and pops it up to the right side. Aubrey Evans is under it. The second baseman makes the catch. And there is one away. Jennings hit her 90th career home run here yesterday. Hit number 91. She is now at 300 career runs batted in. Pretty solid. Here's Cassidy Pickering. Couple of walks and a home run for Pickering. First pitch, outside corner, strike one. Hansen homered, Pickering's homer came in the fourth. Hansen also homered, by the way. As Pickering takes strike one. 1-1 or 1-2 or 0-2? 1-1. There you go. We've had battles with the scoreboard and with the umpire today here in the. It's not just me here in the press box. There's a pitch way outside, 2-1. Pickering was a strikeout victim in the first, then walked, advanced on 2 wild pitches, and scored on Jada's squeeze bunt. 2-1 is outside, ball 3. Don't let it get lost in this game how big that slide was from Pickering in the third. She slid around the tag. I don't think she ever got touched. There's ball 3 up high. I don't think she ever got tagged on that. Most of you saw the replay have said the same thing. (3-2), ball 4. So Pickering is aboard for the third time today via a walk. And here comes Kinsey Hansen. 3 walks. Well, pardon me. Riley Ludlam, who had caught the last half inning, will indeed hit here. It's Hansen's day, you would assume, is done. The third walk of the day to Pickering is the 7th walk that the Sooners have drawn. The only real drawback to that is that Oklahoma has also been struck out 6 times in the game today. The hit by pitch of Ella Parker, that started the game. And again, another one of those games where Oklahoma loaded the bases to start the game. Did not get a run out of it. And yet still have put themselves in position to win the game. First at bat of the weekend for Riley Ludlam as the pitch is headed home, and she swings through it for strike one. Riley's got a good contingent of family members that are here this weekend. A grandfather as well. Threw everyone for a loop when he was sporting a perfect game hoodie the other day. The 0-1 is fouled back. Brother and sister. I believe both are younger. They definitely look younger, that's for certain. No balls and 2 strikes, though, here to the Sooner catcher. The Furman transfer waits. To the backstop, in fact, and off to second goes the pinch runner, Hannah Core, who checked in after the Pickering walk. Kind of snuck Core in on us there. A ball and 2 strikes to the Sooner backup catcher, sometimes DP, Riley Ludlam. Headed home. Swing and a miss. Got it. 2 away. And that'll bring Jada Coleman to the plate. 7th strikeout of a Sooner today. Did you know every dollar you donate to the Oklahoma Medical Research Foundation goes directly to research helping Oklahomans and people everywhere live longer, healthier lives? Learn more about Oklahoma's Medical Research Foundation at omrf.org. First pitch to Jay Cole. Jada Coleman takes it for strike one. A pitch that looked a little bit up. The T-shirts after the strikeouts has this place losing its mind. Coleman has had herself an interesting day as she grounds this one back to the circle. Nice play as it's thrown, and inning over for the Sooners as they get Coleman on the solid play back to the circle by Felton. That'll do it for Oklahoma. Here in the 7th, see go, bottom of the 7th inning. Oklahoma 3 outs away from sweeping the series and getting set for Bedlam. And leading things off has been the biggest problem for the Sooners this weekend, Sona Halaji, and she takes the first pitch for a strike. Homered in the 2nd. Oops. One for 3, drove in 2 runs. The 0-1 is in the dirt. Well, if you're just tuning in, you're just getting around on a Sunday afternoon and catching up on Sooner softball. You have missed an absolutely wild game today. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Maxwell. Popped up, right side. Avery Hodge calls off everybody to make the catch, and there's one away. Sooners fell behind in this game 2-0 after a first inning 2-run home run from Chloe Evans. OU bounced back with a 2-run home run in the 2nd from the freshman Ella Parker to tie it at 2 as Patty Gasso makes her way out to the circle. Then Sona Halajian hits a 2-run second inning home run to make it 4-2 UCF. And Oklahoma would explode in the 3rd and the 5th to give themselves a little bit of room. The 3rd inning was the inning of manufactured runs, a squeeze bunt from Jada Coleman, a 2-run single from Alyssa Brito, and then an RBI single from Riley Boone. And then it's been a bomb show. Home runs everywhere. Solo shot from Cassidy Pickering, the 2nd home run of the day, a solo shot from Ella Parker. T.R.A. Jennings goes back-to-back with a home run. Kinsey Hansen with a 2-run home run. And as Kelly Maxwell stabilized things out of the pen, the Sooners will turn to Kirsten Deal to put a lid on this one with Doherty and Cody due up. We will be racing to the field for the Bud Light postgame show because with the length of this game, I think we're in good shape as far as timing and everything. The Sooners weren't scheduled to head for the airport until about 3 o'clock. The flight departs at 5:30, so we're good on timing. That doesn't mean Coach still won't leave me. So we'll be racing down to the field for the Bud Light postgame show as soon as we wrap things up. Kirsten Deal will be called upon here. How good has she been over the last few outings? Well, I'll tell you. A .37 ERA over her last 12 starts. Sooners last used Deal out of the pen in the Texas series. And now she will make her 10th appearance of Big 12 play, her 4th out of the pen in the Big 12, and on the season, appearance number 18. And all of her appearances out of the pen have come in Big 12 play. Sooners need to get the last 2 outs here, and Doherty is 0 for 2 with a walk. 11-6, the Sooners lead it. Pitch up high, ball 1. So the 3rd pitcher of the day is Deal, and she has been absolutely on fire. It's their strike 1. Sooners looking for win number 45 on the season. As the 1-1 pitch is headed home. That ball's hit pretty well and pretty deep to left center field, and it's gone. Doherty leaves the yard. Cuts it to 11-7 on a pitch that Deal just left up a bit. Everybody waiting for Doherty, the senior. They'll have their senior day ceremony as soon as this wraps up. Sooners 2 outs away. But a 7 run day for an opposition. They needed all the offense tonight.
Now batting the catcher, number 17, Cheetah.
Not unprecedented, unfortunately, for the Sooners in the Friday game against BYU that OU lost. They gave up 9 runs in that game. We're not about negative energy here, though. Deal's going to get these last 2 outs as Cody grounds one past to diving Jennings into left field. That's her first hit of the game, and here comes Chloe Evans, who has already homered today. Evans homered in the first inning. She's 1 for 3.
Now batting the right fielder.
This marks the third time this season that the Sooners, fourth time this season that the Sooners have given up 7 or more runs. They've lost 2 of the previous 3. As the first pitch is a strike, lefty-lefty matchup between Deal and Evans. Evans stands with the bat in a bunt pose as she takes the 0-1, fouls it right off the mid of Ludlam. Bedlam presented by Phillips 66 coming up this weekend. Sooners looking to head in there still with control of its own destiny to win the Big 12 title. They got to hold on here with 1 out in the 7th, up 11-7. The 0-2 fouled back. $11 runs, 11 hits for the Sooners, 1 error, 7 runs on 10 hits for the Knights. These two teams have played about every single style of game in these 3. The 0-2 pitch is grounded to second. Hodge backs up on it, shovels to Jennings, who dropped the ball. Oh, my. Jennings was right there. And now UCF is a bloop away from bringing the tying run to the plate. Here's Aubrey Evans. She doubled her last time up. She's 2 for 3. Second error of the game on the Sooners. As the first pitch to Evans is popped up on the infield. Sid Sanders calls for it, makes the catch as it's snow-coned out of her glove just a bit, and there's 2 away. And the last hope will be Sarah Willis. Which, again, I'm still in shock. We did not see her in the circle today at all. I've got Willis, 1 for 3 on the day. She digs in with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Deal's first pitch threw it right by her, swing and a miss. Deal nods. Felt good about that one. Willis going to take a little walk. The most action, the most alive we've seen this crowd for UCF all weekend long. They're into it here, even in the 2-1 game. 0-1 is in for a strike. 0-2. First and second for UCF, 2 outs. Everybody standing. Deal looking to finish it off. The pitch. Got her. Swinging. Ball game. Series sweep. Oklahoma comes to Orlando and sweeps the series from the Knights. The final score on a Sunday afternoon. Oklahoma 11, UCF 7.